Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Recha Kodesh. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone, and peace and blessings to the elect. And today we're going to go into the book of Numbers, the 32nd chapter. Now the children of Reuben and the children of Gad had a very great multitude of cattle. And when they saw the land of Jazer and the land of Gilead, that behold, the place was a place for cattle. So this was in that region, the plains of Moab, right, as the Lord had given the former territory of the king of Og and Sihon into our hands. So Reuben and Gad, having a lot of cattle, saw that this place was very good, right? What it says, a place for cattle. So it was very good for their cattle. It had a lot of good pasture, right, and open fields and so on, very suitable for their cattle. So it says, when they saw that, the children of Gad and the children of Reuben came and spake unto Moses and to Eleazar the priest and unto the princes of the congregation, saying, Ataroth and Dibon and Jazer and Nimrah and Heshbon and Elieleh and Shibam and Nebo and Beon, even the country which the Lord smote before the congregation of Israel, is a land for cattle, and thy servants have cattle. So they basically were pitching their case here. Wherefore, said they, if we have found grace in thy sight, let this land be given unto thy servants for a possession, and bring us not over Jordan. So they were requesting that this portion on the east side of Jordan they would take that to be their inheritance, their lot. And then they wouldn't basically have to take land or, be given a portion from the west side of Jordan. So if we now look up here, map of Israel Bible times. Cool. And here we go. This is a good one here. So if we take a look here, you can see the portion that ended up being allotted to them was this side, right? For Reuben, for Gad, and for the half tribe of Manasseh. And that's what they were saying. Give us land on this side because it's very suitable for our cattle, which we have so many of. And then we don't have to get land on the west side of Jordan. And Moses said unto the children of Gad and to the children of Reuben, shall your brethren go to war, and shall ye sit here? So are you supposing that we give you your inheritance on this side, and then you just leave the rest of the tribes to just go and have to fight and clear out the other side of Jordan? And wherefore discourage ye the heart of the children of Israel from going over into the land which the Lord hath given them? So why are you why have you thought to discourage or to weaken Israel from going over? And the reason he said that is, imagine what it sounds like if after taking over this portion, a part of the tribes decide to stay here, and then they basically leave the rest of the tribes to go and have to fight the rest of the Canaanites for themselves. That might actually discourage some Israelites, like, yo, damn, you just gonna leave us out there? Like, you're not gonna go with us? Because the Gad and Manasseh, even somebody might say, oh, that's what, 2 tribes and a half, but that's still a lot. So that's what Moses was getting at, right? And you deciding to stay here, you're going to cause the rest of the tribes to be discouraged in going further and taking over the rest of the land. Thus did your fathers when I sent them from Kadesh Barnea to see the land. This is dealing with the spies, right, that were sent, of whom you had Joshua and Caleb. For when they went up onto the valley of Eshcol and saw the land, they discouraged the heart of the children of Israel, that they should not go into the land which the Lord Yahweh had given them. So when they went and they came back, they brought an evil report, and they made the Israelites afraid to go and take the land. And the Lord's anger was kindled the same time, and he sware, saying, Surely none of the men that come or that came up out of Egypt from 20 years old and upward shall see the land which I swear unto Abraham, unto Isaac, and unto Jacob, because they have not wholly followed me. So they didn't completely put their trust in the Lord, and hence they were afraid to go and take the land. So out of the anger of the Lord, he said, anybody 20 years and old and upward that was numbered, they're not going to see the land. So they're going to die in the wilderness. Except, right, save Caleb, the son of Jephunneh, the Kenizzite, and Joshua, the son of Nun, for they have wholly followed the Lord, because they came back with a good report, and they try to encourage Israel to say, look, we can still take the land. And the Lord's anger was kindled against Israel, and he made them wander in the wilderness 40 years, until all the generation that had done evil in the sight of the Lord was consumed, so they died. And behold, ye are risen up in your father's stead, an increase of sinful men, to augment yet the fierce anger of the Lord towards Israel. So Moses is basically saying, look, this, you coming up asking for this, you're going down the same route your forefathers or your fathers did, which angered the Lord. And in you suggesting this would piss the Lord off even more against Israel. For if ye turn away from after him, he will yet again leave them in the wilderness, and ye shall destroy all this people. Yeah, so if you decide to go a similar route, and then refusing to go into the land of Canaan, the Lord is going to get angry, and he's going to basically leave the rest of Israel in the wilderness, and at this point, if he does it a second time, I don't think there will be a remnant left. And they came near unto him and said, We will build sheepfolds here for our cattle, and cities for our little ones. So since they had cattle, the sheepfolds are like, dens or sheep pens where you could keep the sheep. And the cities are fortified cities, right, for their young and their women and so on, to keep them safe. But we ourselves will go ready armed before the children of Israel, until we have brought them onto their place. So we'll those of us, right, that are able to go to war, we will go with the rest of the tribes and help them, right, conquer and take over the land to get their inheritance. And our little ones shall dwell in the fenced cities because of the inhabitants of the land. So to keep them safe from the neighboring, any threats, right, in the land, in the region. We will not return unto our houses until the children of Israel have inherited every man his inheritance. So they're saying, look, no, like, well, we want this land for our inheritance, for our portion, but we'll still go with the rest of the tribes. We're not just going to stay here. We'll go with them and help them conquer and gain their inheritance before we come back. For we will not inherit with them on yonder side Jordan. So we do not want a portion of the land on the west side of Jordan. Okay, that is on this side, because this is the Jordan River. We're content to take land on the east side. Or forward, because our inheritance is fallen to us on this side Jordan eastward. So we have rather chosen to take the land on this side. And Moses said unto them, If ye will do this thing, if ye will go armed before the Lord Yahweh to war, and will go all of you armed over Jordan before the Lord, until he hath driven out his enemies from before him, and the land be subdued before the Lord, then afterward ye shall return and be guiltless before the Lord. So if you indeed do go with this route, then that's fine, right? And you can come back and there's no wrath, no sin, no danger, no nothing, because that'll be good. The Lord will be content with that. And before Israel, and this land shall be your possession before the Lord. But if ye will not do so, behold, ye have sinned against the Lord, and be sure your sin will find you out. Meaning, if you don't do this, since you want this portion of land, and you don't go and help get the other side of Jordan with your brethren, know that transgression is going to come back upon you. Okay? And the Lord will not let you escape. You will be judged for it. Build your cities for your little ones, and folds for your sheep, and do that which hath proceeded out of your mouth. And this is what a sheepfold looks like. Like this. It's literally like a walled area where, you would have some door or so on to keep your sheep. Where we at with it? Yeah, verse 25. And the children of Gad and the children of Reuben spake unto Moses, saying, Thy servants will do as my Lord commandeth. Our little ones, our wives, our flocks, and all our cattle shall be there in the cities of Gilead. But thy servants will pass over, every man armed for war, before the Lord Yahweh, to battle, as my Lord saith. So concerning them Moses commanded Eleazar the priest, and Joshua the son of Nun, and the chief fathers of the tribes of the children of Israel. And Moses said unto them, If the children of Gad and the children of Reuben will pass with you over Jordan, every man armed to battle, before the Lord, and the land shall be subdued before you, then ye shall give them the land of Gilead for a possession. So he basically gave Eleazar and Joshua a charge, saying, concerning these tribes, right, Reuben, Gad, on this side, only the condition, right, this is conditional, only if they actually follow through and go with you across Jordan and, help you subdue the land and your enemies and so on, then you can give them the land. And that's why when we went through the book of Joshua, you saw that once it was all said and done, they were actually able to return back to their possession. But if they will not pass over with you armed, they shall have possessions among you in the land of Canaan. So if they refuse to go with you, then they're not going to have this land to their possession. They're going to get portions out of what's on the left side or the west side of Jordan. And the children of Gad and the children of Reuben answered, saying, As the Lord Yahweh hath said unto thy servants, so will we do. We will pass over armed before the Lord into the land of Canaan, that the possession of our inheritance on this side Jordan may be ours. So they agreed to it. And Moses gave unto them, even to the children of Gad and to the children of Reuben, and unto the half tribe of Manasseh, the son of Joseph, the kingdom of Sihon, king of the Amorites, and the kingdom of Og, king of Bashan, the land with the cities thereof in the coasts, even the cities of the country round about. And that's why I keep making reference here to this map or this diagram. Map diagram, same thing. And the children of Gad built Dibon and Ataroth and Aroer and Atroth and Shofan and Jazer and Jogbeha and Beth Nimrah and Beth Haran, fenced cities and folds for sheep. And the children of Reuben built Heshbon and Elealeh and Kirjathaim and Nebo and Baal Meon, their names being changed. So they took over the cities, rebuilt them, and changed their names. And Shibma, and gave other names unto the cities which they builded. And the children of Machir, the son of Manasseh, went to Gilead and took it, and dispossessed the Amorite which was in it. So they basically defeated the Amorites that were dwelling there, and took it for themselves. And Moses gave Gilead unto Machir, the son of Manasseh, and he dwelt therein. And Jair, the son of Manasseh, went and took the small towns thereof, and called them Havoth Jair. And Nobah went and took Kenath, and the villages thereof, and called it Nobah, after his own name. So they basically started to take over, right? It's interesting because who was it? I think it was Balak that said it, that they are like ox that lick up the field, the grass of the field round about them. All right, and as you can see, they basically started to take over, the regions that once they had the go-ahead or the green light. And that brings us to the end of the book of Numbers, the 32nd chapter. Lord willing, that was edifying to the elect. In closing, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Recha Kodash. And until next time, Shalom.